Hi ladies, I want to show you what I use to get the foundation coverage that I want, the different products I use, and I don't use the same thing all the time, so I'm going to show you all the different ones. But no matter what I use, I start out with our Glorious Primer. This stuff is great. You want to put it on first. It's going to help your makeup last. It's going to go on smoother. You'll use less product, and it just takes like a tiny pea-sized amount of this. Feels silky all over your face. So you can use it on your face, and you can also use it on your eyes as an eye primer. So always start with Glorious Primer. What I do next is I start with concealer. I actually use 2 different shades of concealer to cover under eye circles, which I get a lot because I don't sleep enough, and any blemishes. I will use the same color concealer as I do foundation, which is in all the Touch products is chiffon. So I have chiffon concealer. And another tip, if you're having trouble covering your circles, chiffon covers on the majority of people. So if your color doesn't work, you might want to try some chiffon. Just let me know. I'll give you a sample of that to try. So first I will put this on, and it takes the tiniest amount. Believe me, you won't understand that, and if you haven't tried it, you don't understand how little it takes. So you want to, first I put on my primer, then I conceal under my eyes any blemishes I have. Next, if I'm going to use the liquid foundation, which I use chiffon, I will use our new foundation brush. This brush is so awesome. I wish you could feel it. It is so soft. It's kind of like a different brand that I've used before of these, but this one I think is even better. I use less product for sure. There's an indentation in there, right here, so you just put your foundation directly there. I usually use like 2 to 3 drops, where I was using like 5 or 6 drops when I tried it another way. So I put that on, then I just dab it all over my face and buff that in. So that's if I use the liquid. So some days I don't want to use the liquid, so I will use BB cream. If I feel a little dry, I definitely will use the BB cream. I use honey in it. To put it on, I get my blending bud damp. You can just get it damp, bring it out really well. I put it on the back of my hand, and then I take my blending bud and just put it all on and blend it in. Some days I just use a cream foundation. I use the Touch and chiffon too. If you haven't used any of our Touch and compacts, they're really nice. You'll see that it has a little door on it. And that way your sponge, if you use a sponge to put it on, it is not going to sit right in your makeup and contaminate that. Regardless of which foundation I use, I always end with our Touch powder, the pressed powder. I also use it in chiffon. It has the door. You put it on. You can put this powder on with a powder puff brush or the sponge. I usually actually use the sponge because you get a little more coverage that way. So this Touch powder can be used by itself too. If you don't want, to put, if you're in a hurry, just put some of this on. It's really good. So whatever foundation I use, I put that on, I do my powder, and then I will take a lighter color concealer. This is Organza, to highlight just under my eyes, down here, on my chin, on my cheekbones. You don't have to do that. You can choose which one you want to use, if you want a concealer, if you want to highlight, or if you want to do both. So I just wanted to let you know the different things I use.